kind of lined up here. I think that Loliel's, he needs to win this lane. If he wins this lane, he could win the game by default.
He definitely could, especially with Chico going sprint as well on the Claude. I wonder if he intends to pull Lolil with him, but we'll find out, ladies and gentlemen. We're hopping into the land of Dawn. BTRM on blue side versus Team Ray on the red.
That's such a funny image in my mind. Run, Chico! Yes, sir! And then you just see Loli getting dragged behind him. Oh, boy. All right, the early levels are going to be pretty rough for a majority of these laners. We currently have one winning lane on the EXP, a winning lane in Chico, guys, a winning lane in Zay and Rasi. For the most part of it, well, actually more of a sandbag lane, but I'm being completely honest, but Team Ray, on the opposite end, is making things work because of that early pressure through their mid. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Go walk out, harass people, don't make them feel safe.
Pretty much in this game, BTR has the very safe option of just playing front to back, whereas Team Ray are the ones that kind of have to make things interesting. They've got heroes that can gank the backline and take out the DPSs, and then work on the tank slower afterwards.
Most ideal, most ideal. Luckily, while all this is happening, Chico, guys, is actually doing pretty good in the lane. The best he's probably going to see from him for now. We'll see the results later if we do see the conversion. But so far, Siska having the time of his life. Poor guy. Oh, wow. He
Lethal ignition.
He wants to hurt, but he already missed the proxy, so there's no way. There's no way to set this up.
That is a potentially risky choice, but I guess it makes sense. Meanwhile, TB comes in, pops the retry on Ivan. Revitalize comes out. I think TB was expecting to hit level 4 a little bit sooner here. He doesn't have retry for 20 seconds.
That's fine. They're going to drag this out anyways. They kind of want to team fight it more than anything else. And I think more importantly... Wait a minute. How is Zay How is Zay completely out of this? He is nowhere close to 4.
I think he's just been getting zoned out constantly. Well, it's now 1v2. Siska surviving. Revitalize comes out. RWM locks down all the tanks, and Ivan front lines. Good separation from Team Ray. Free turtle for Jaskar.
Yeah. Minimal loss, though, at the very least. Nobody ended up dying. No big battle spells other. Then the Revitalize had to be used there. All things considered, not the worst. Not the worst. As long as Vitality ain't giving up big leads, should be fine.
So far, so good for now. Team Ray holding on to a very slight 500 gold lead. The gank actually dodged down bottom by Chiku. He saw it coming since he was in the bush already. So they are slowing down Jaskar from getting any sort of early game snowball.
Yeah, but they can't really punish this right now. Unfortunately, Ivan will not get one shot for the full combo coming in from Zay. Not yet, at the very least, right? The true damage is going to be relevant, but it's not going to kill him. He'll walk away with about 20% HP. So, realistic targets. Marquise, Loliel's, Siska. I think Siska is most likely going to be that target. But then this awkward thing happens, right? Where Rasi is trying to go for the taunt, and then the knock-up strike comes. Whichever comes out first will win.
Thing is, I feel like even if BTR throws everything they have at Siska right now, they might not have enough to fully burst him before he just gets the shield back. So I don't know. I feel like even Zay, I guess if you really throw everything, then yes. But it's a lot of conditions to me. Glorious Pathway comes in from the flank to slow down the backline. They connect the Blade Surge onto Rasi, push him back. Revitalize ain't saving you this time. First blood for Siska.
Good call from Rasi. He told everybody else, yo, I'm dead. Like, we're all gonna die or only me just die. And he told the captain of the ship, no, it's just me today.
Going down with the ship.
Going down with the ship, man. Make sure the rest of you just crew it well, because look at this pressure that BTRM is doing right now, right? Chico, guys, yes, he nearly died there. Hold on.
Careful, Jigu. You don't want to... Wait, does he have BMI? Okay. If that connected, he'd be dead. Meanwhile, up top, RWM, Lich goes down. A 4-man gank from Team Ray, and this is the proactiveness I want to see.
Yep, BTRM fortunately making the mistake of losing their lives early on. They really needed Lynch for this fight. And now, with it being obsolete, they're backing away into their own jungle. Not even a contestation here as Team Ray gonna happily take a free turtle. Are they gonna re-gank him?
They could, honestly. Jaskar is... Okay, no. Looks like they're gonna take it easy on him for now, but Siska gets a lot of gold off this tower.
Yeah, he's so far ahead now. Oh, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I want to see what Lynch is going to build at the end of the day. Hunter Strike already completed by Siska. It looks like it's full tank coming in from Lynch.
We should expect Siska to go at least half damage build here if he's going Lethal Ignition. And his goal is going to be just the same as everyone else, basically. Hunt Z and Chiku guys and then deal with the tanks later, which can work so far. Team Ray hasn't been going too far for kills because they know the goal is just to outfarm.
Yeah, but also it's going to be a bigger issue later on because Cisco is going to lose relevancy, right? With Rossi, Chibi, and Lynch being so huge as tanks, it's just not worth Cisco's time to keep trading against them. Unless they have, like right now, where he's by far the strongest. And I think this is going to happen for the next 5 minutes or so.
Pretty much. It's up to Team Ray now to decide what they really want to do because they are the ones holding on to map priority. They can try to gank side lanes, take advantage of Siska's 2 early kills to make things happen, but looks like BTR also gonna put some resources up there to make sure he can't move too freely.
Shouldn't be able to move too freely. Gotta keep them locked in, locked down. More axe purchased by Just Gar. And now these invasions are becoming a frequent occurrence for Bigatron, right? This is starting... Oh,
the Scar, he got the buff. They're gonna taunt Ivan in place, but Hylos is pretty darn tanky.
I don't even know what they're supposed to be doing at this point, right? They've only lost very few interactions, but they don't want to push it any of their agendas further. Kind of allowing Team Ray to kind of do whatever they please.
Gonna be a 1v2 up top. Lynch is able to fight back, but he'll lose his minion wave. Mystic Gush gonna be used in the... feels... that... questionable.
I don't know what they want to do now. I don't know what they want to do. They're getting a little closer here, but good luck.
They're missing a lot of ultimates. Ivan gonna get taunted, but he just pops to revitalize. Ardilla comes out, a complete collapse. Meanwhile, Lynch trying to stop this guy, not really able to do so defensively. Blazing Duet comes through, but Chiku, actually doing a lot of damage here. JB secures the turtle, and now Team Ray falls one by one. A single move from the CEO turns it around.
Yeah, they just couldn't keep up with him. And no way. And he can maintain that distance forever with the help of that sprint. Good stuff coming in from Chiku. Looking at his item build, DHS first item makes a lot of sense why he had the damage. So let's look at this one more time. Because don't get me wrong, Siska had an incredible angle, but unfortunately gets locked away by Lynch. By the time he keeps Chibi away, he's used all of his cooldowns before the turtle is actually low. So the timing got disrupted heavily by Bigatron.
I think Team Ray may have initiated a little too early there, and now BTR are the ones in control. Chiku gets his tower down bottom, which means this Claude is officially unlocked and can start participating.
Well, on the opposite side, we do see a tower trade at least, right? Siska gets one back in there. So now it's not just a free turret for Chiku guys to run to the top side and farm some more. They're going to work mid first, and then eventually set up for that top wave.
500 goal lead for Team Ray still, but it's definitely smaller than what we saw prior. Siska gonna go for that War Axe, so seems like your more standard fighter Paquito style.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for like Queen's Wings after that, right? Just to make sure that he can sustain a little bit longer.
Or Oracle.
I don't think he needs Oracle at this point. I feel like now that you all... Well,
there is a Revitalize.
There is a Revitalize on the opposite side. You're not entirely wrong. But I think that he needs to be able to tap his buttons more often. And the only thing that really gives him that is either cooldown reduction or in this particular case, just Queen's Wings. It's so free, right? You talk about sustain, that's the go-to.
That is fair. For now, we can see that Team Ray no longer able to walk up on the map like they used to just a couple moments before. TB able to act as a much more notable presence in the front line after that previous fight, and the First Lord now going to be spawned with BTR in control of the river.
Okay. They've got everything that they've wanted, and they're making sure that Rossi doesn't get spotted out early on. They want Rossi to come in late here. Gonna take their time with this very, very, very slowly. And they're even getting the Paquito to come on over. They're not gonna make him hover over one more wave. They're worried they're gonna rush this.
Yeah, Lynch is gonna spot Juskar. Ivan trying to walk forward, but it's difficult. And now Juskar is gonna be zoned by Lynch. Glorious Pathway gonna be used, but awkward. Chibi misses the Apprentice's Wrap on the Lord somehow, but still secures it. Hunt the phone, hits Rossi. Art of them comes out. Mystic Gush to zone. They pick off Rossi. I think that's all Team Ray is gonna get.
Yep, that's as good as it gets. And honestly, doesn't matter whether Chibi missed it or not, as long long as he gets the Lord, he just needs that extra bit of damage because he knows that Juskar, with the Soul Sever, has a higher chance of stealing it away while he is a level up. Wait, they're chasing this. Oh no.
Uh-oh, Lolil, why are you this far out, sir? Flicker's already used, is able to dash away just in time. That would have been disastrous for Ray. They need him to clear the Lord.
Huh?
Siska waiting in the lurch. Score his pathway, zones him out. Siska comes from the flank. Juskar as well. Connects with Z. Placing duet from Chico. Sees the first one down, but the damage building up from BTR is actually quite high. They lose Juskar on the Team Ray side. Siska's going to be picked up. Chico burns away to Martisi. And it ends up being a 2 for 2.
What was that? It was going so well until it wasn't. I mean, I gotta give it to Chibi. He literally saved the situation single-handedly. Finds the intercept onto Siska. Let's look at the instant replay. That was gonna make more sense. Just watch, right? Siska comes. Oh no, what's gonna happen? Boom! Energy eruption onto 2 targets while still being able to cancel out the Suyo Soul Sever hold down. Really great stuff there.
Yeah, if not for that taunt, that fight would have been even more disastrous for Bigatron. So Chibi definitely the savior in that position, but you end up losing multiple cores on Team Ray as well. So far they're not really doing a good job of keeping their gold.
Well, I mean, as long as Trico Guys doesn't die or like decides to be disrespectful or literally try to live at 1 HP, because I feel like every season that's his goal. How low can he bring his HP bar to the point where you don't even see the sliver?
It's one of those, like, how close can you stop the clock to 10 seconds?
That's basically it. He's doing that on a constant, every 6 months.
He's practicing so that he can get, like, a free meal at, like, some restaurant out there.
I don't know. Another fairy wash, who knows?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's the challenge. If you can get it exactly down to 1 HP, you get a free fairy wash or something like that. $1 million IDs, fairy. $1 million IDs.
That's what CEOs do in their free time.
That's what CEOs do. Oh boy. Now they're gonna slowly walk up on this. I don't know if Siska can find another scenario where he gets that deep into the backline. Because by all metrics, that should not happen. Like Bigatron should be controlling more of the space.
Yeah, you literally have 3 tanks. You are protecting your backline. Just have someone stand behind them to check for the Paquito as well. And then you won't have to risk those sorts of situations. We're 12 minutes in. Net worth difference is still basically 0. So it is anyone's game since both teams have good late game scaling.
Yeah, it's anyone's game though. I don't know. This Yve is becoming more and more relevant as the game takes on by. I am curious what Martisi currently is running. Does he have what I think he has? Oh, Divine Glaive as well as the Glowing Wand.
The screen behind us is so much further than before, so it's... Oh, Chico goes in, placing to it by himself, and somehow not punished! He takes out Martisi, he flicks back out, AOG comes through, they connect with everyone, Team Ray caught with their pants down! Juskar gonna be knocked up, able to iframe out just in time, Lolil still working on Lynch the entire time, Siska still alive, looking for an angle of entry, but this is a 3v5 situation, I think you gotta give this up. Lolil tries to re-engage, but I wonder if that's a good idea. He has the flicker back out to safety. Juskar just barely dodges the Appraiser's Wrath.
Yep, they cannot fall into the triangle of influence. These 3 tanks are just pushing them around. And now that we've come into the the late stages of this game, it's starting to become very, very clear that space is a currency for Team Ray.
And right now they're having a hard time earning more of it. You can see in that instant replay, Chico literally just says, yup, time to go. Doesn't matter, and actually succeeds with it. Takes out one, zones out everyone else, and then BTR follows up.
I'm trying to figure out, did Ivan have the stun or not? Did he have the stun, or did he already use it before or after in that clip?
That's a good question, actually. We're gonna have to consider that a little bit. At least they are able to clear Lord, but Chico is just gonna slowly whittle down that top inhibitor. Very close to taking it out already.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that he's clearing up these waves as soon as possible, as Juskar is trying to keep up with Chibi. He was leading a majority of the game when it came down to the EXP, but now it's come down to that even state and coming even harder. He can't get through anybody, and he hasn't been able to find a clean angle other than that last flank we saw from Siska.
Chibi literally dashes into the base. He knows he can sustain just fine. Allows his carries to take that tower. and they'll just back this up. This is now Bigatron's game. They're gonna play it standard and steady.
All right, let me take a quick look what Loliels is currently running. Loliels is opting to go no Sky Piercer this game, by the way. The Sky Piercer is on Just Guard instead. It's going to be 4 items already complete. I'm not sure whether he's going for the Winds of Nature, but it looks like it based on that dagger.
I wouldn't be surprised. He needs some way of surviving Chiku since he knows the Claude can just jump him. And there's not much he can do about it.
I mean, I'm surprised that he's able to jump in into 4 people the last time with not a single person having the right tool to stop it.
You really would think that there was some way of stopping it, but no.
But then again, this is all speculation, right? We don't know whether the Law and Order was used. Like, was there a signal like the stun is used and therefore you should go in? Or we just saw Suyo also use his tap first skill, right? I feel like they were paying attention because it doesn't feel like Chiku just goes in and is like, you know what? I'll roll the dice. Let's play some Blackgammon.
I think it's a pretty funny concept to think that Law and Order is the only thing stopping Chiku from gunning you down in a dark alleyway.
yeah, that's the only. Oh my goodness! Wait, who's Batman in this situation? Because if Chiku guys is Joe Chill, like this.
We need Loliel to be Bruce Wayne.
He needs to be Batman.
Like, his goal is to farm anyway. He needs to be rich.
That's true. That's true. All right.
But then Chiku is the CEO.
Well, let's see. This could be oh darn! I immediately forgot the name of the movie. Starring Tom Hanks and Somali pirates.
I know it. I don't remember it. Right now, we're focused on the Lord. Glorious Power comes out of Gloria. Here comes the Blazing Duet. Once again, the gun in the dark alleyway. Chibi secures the Lord. They get the knock-up into the backline. Look at Lynch go. Ivan goes down. Lynch still chasing. Loliel literally cannot do anything right now. He doesn't have the riches of Batman to depend on. And BTR takes another.
Yep. And again, tempo in favor of Bigatron MY by Vitality. The lead was just not big enough for the side of Team Raid to kind of push them over the edge. And right now, Bigatron, this is their ball game. They're having the time of their life. Their front lines can't walk up as confidently anymore as Loliels finally has enough.
Oh, Lynch actually connected with Just Guard. That's actually insane. But decides not to chase because guess what? The Lord is pushing up top. Could be an endgame angle here. BTR pushing into the base. Only one wave of minions, but it's a pretty big wave. This guy gonna be collapsed on. Man, you should not be there. Blazing Where comes out. Chiku literally. Oh, he does get blasted down though. The CEO is dead. Bigatron though, they have access to the crystal. And they're gonna make sure his sacrifice is not in vain.